Came home to my apartment completely wiped out. My husband left. He left me my jewelry here in this room here. Yeah, and took everything else.
I'm going next week.
Yeah, I get that, but why did you have to book such an impromptu flight so far away?
I want to travel. You knew that I like to go travelling.
Fine. Go travelling, go find some guy whilst you're out there. I don't care anymore.
She planned a girls' trip without her man and it backfired. Video from Modern Dating here. Like the video, subscribe, stay on the path of progress. Let's get into it.
Okay, we need to talk about this because this is important, okay?
Okay.
Ladies, if you're thinking of solo traveling, my advice to you is just freaking do it. Yes, I was in a relationship when I went to Thailand. No, they were not correlational. The breakup was just an accumulation of little things over time. But with this question, I just want to hit home one point, okay? Solo traveling as a woman is the most empowering thing you can possibly do for yourself. When you go to a different country, wherever you end up, you navigate situations that you didn't think you could ever handle. And then you come home and you're like, I just did that. I just did that so I can do anything I want to here. So that's number one, okay? And number two, especially if you're in a relationship, it is the most empowering thing you can do as a partner. To go and figure out what makes you happy and how to be happy on your own. If your partner doesn't want that for you, and if they're not supporting that, then they're not the right person. Bottom line.
Solo female travelers are red flag. I've traveled quite a bit, especially compared to the average person. Been to about 16, 17 countries, something like that. And the amount of girls that I spent time with, they were solo travelers. A lot of them said they had a man back home or they were talking to someone back home. The numbers were actually staggering. I'm not even joking. It was probably 50% of them. And those were just the girls that told me.
As women, we sometimes think that we always need someone with us, like we need to be with someone to feel safe and to feel okay. But traveling on your own will show you that you don't need that. You are so strong on your own. Do your research, figure out what you need to do to be safe. And when you get there, you'll realize, like, I'm actually a rock star and I can do anything I put my mind to. So travel, do it up. That's all I'm telling you.
Yeah, just more of a yikes. I would not want any woman I care about to go solo traveling at all. It heavily depends on where you're going, of course, but it can be very dangerous for women to travel alone. This is wild. I'm not reading this one out loud. Read it yourself. If she really loved her man, she would want him with her. Yes.
Go travelling, go find some guy whilst you're out there.
Look, I'm going next week.
Yeah, I get that, but why did you have to book such an impromptu flight so far away?
I want to travel.
It's impromptu.
You obviously want to travel, but why don't you want to travel more locally? Something that we can go on together.
Travel more locally. I've travelled locally. I want to travel. You know, the whole world.
Not with me. Like, I'm not seeing shit around here. Why don't you could be like a guide and stuff. We could have like an adventure together. It doesn't always have to be so far away.
Yeah, but I want to travel the world and I've asked you to come with me. And you said no.
Because I don't have the money to go to places like Peru, okay? I'm sorry I don't earn that much, alright?
So this guy's making a mistake right here, okay? Notice how he is apologizing to her when she is clearly the one acting up. If you're ever in a situation like this, you're having a little argument back and forth, you never want to get into the weeds of it. You just want to make your standards and boundaries clear as day and then end the conversation. My girlfriend doesn't solo travel. End of conversation. Walk away.
That's your grandiose plan for me. So you have what, you can go off, have some fun, and what, I've got to go find some hot wash job.
Well, no, because I didn't say that, did I? We'd both get a job. What do you think I do when I go off for a month at a time?
You can take pictures and
It's
post
not a
online,
highlight.
don't
Yeah, because I earn it.
you are so disrespectful. You are so disrespectful.
What is your problem? I don't understand. Look, I can't keep having this argument with you. You knew that I like to go travelling.
Fine. Go travelling, go find some guy whilst you're out there. I don't give a shit anymore.
Okay, he got his message across, alright? Not bad. You go do what you want. I'm not okay with it. That's the very basic point you're trying to get across. But a lot of this whole argument leading up to it, don't. It's not necessary. One, you're a POS if you record and air your business on the internet. 2, I bet he is supporting that household and she is jumping off with her money. 3, if you want to be independent and do your own thing, then be that. Who wants to bet that she was able to save money for traveling because he paid the bills? You can almost guarantee it, bro. Unless she's somehow making significantly more money than him, which is always unlikely because women always tend to aim higher, obviously. Recording a personal conversation with her partner for TikTok entertainment should get her single. It's disrespectful, egocentric, and downright creepy. These comments are great. The first woman is obviously not ready for a long-term committed relationship. She wants to travel and play. She must walk away from her boyfriend and stop wasting his time in their relationship. Nah. That's not gonna happen, bro. Don't you realize she gets a free place to stay? She gets the free resources.
Usually I travel with my husband and all I do is grab his arm and look for the nearest Starbucks. And I don't pay attention to anything. This is the first time I'm traveling by myself, without my husband. I had to read signs. I got lost twice. And I didn't get any Starbucks. I had to read where I was going. I couldn't watch any TikToks. And I had to be aware of my surroundings.
Here we go.
What is this?
I don't want to be too critical of this one, honestly. We don't know the context. Maybe she's visiting family or something, okay? It sounds like she's basically just showing appreciation for her man, okay? Although all this stuff you should be able to do by yourself. But still, nonetheless, not that bad. This is the exact kind of thing that you would want your woman to say about you. The fact that he's able to relieve all of that stress just proves that he has frame. Baby, you're with me. You don't have to worry about anything. You just have to worry about drinking your little coffee, all right? That's it. He's full on leading the interaction. He's saying, we go here at this time, we do this. Perfect.
I'm confused how two beautiful women can't even get talked to.
Those young ladies must not be on the same sides of TikTok that I am. Because on the sides of TikTok that I get fed, and then every blue moon, every once in a blue moon, I see a video like this, it's like, it's crazy. We look this good and no one talked to us at the bar. So guys are like, I'm not doing that. I'm not trying to get called out on TikTok. Now, there's still some men that will do that. They'll still approach a woman, whatever. But sometimes, girls, you just gotta do it yourself.
Never gonna happen, bro. This is an opinion I see floating around the internet all the time, especially in spaces like mine. Basically telling women to make the first move on the man. Bro, it's just never going to happen. It's a pipe dream. Women have almost never had to go after what they want in such an open, like, ambitious way. So most women will almost never just outright approach you. What they will do, though, is put themselves in your vicinity. If you're in a public space often and you notice this girl is, like, constantly close by to you, within say like 10 to 15 feet away from you, she's into you and she's expecting you to make that first move. Women are subtle, bro. If you are waiting for a woman to approach you, you're gonna be waiting a damn long time, dude. But even on top of that, in general, the kind of women to approach men I wouldn't find attractive.
Can your girlfriend go on girls' trips?
No way. Why is your girlfriend gotta go on trips alone? But it also depends on where it is. Like if it's in Miami, absolutely not. Some farm in Italy and she's got like 4 of her close friends, sure. If you're going to like Miami, Punta Cana, that's where go. I'm good. Not my girl.
Can you go on boys' trips?
Of course.
The location does matter, of course, and with who, of course. Like if she's going on a vacation with her family, obviously that's fine. But sometimes even if she's with like super close friends, there's drinking around, they can bring out the worst in each other. And men doing boys' trips is very different. Because the main thing you have to understand is men look for purity in their women and loyalty. She would never even want you to have that thought in your head that she's being disloyal. So she should never want to even put herself in a situation where that could be a likelihood. The good ones, of course, because the 304s don't care about this at all.
This is my apartment after I came back home from Vegas. I had a convention in Vegas. I was gone the 2nd through the 7th. Came home to my apartment completely wiped out. My husband left. He left me my jewelry here in this room here.
Wow.
Yeah, and took everything else.
Stuck to his word.
Including some items that belonged to solely me. He also took the washer and dryer out of here. I also took the bed took everything out of here, cut off the internet service so I can no longer work from home. And then cleared out the closet here, which y'all come to like. Cleared the closet here and left the wedding dress in here. I'll leave that right there for—
Damn right. He's a man of his word. Let's give him a real quick round of applause, okay? My man. My man. He put the boundary in place. She crossed it. He acted. That's it. I've always been upfront with every woman I've dated. I'll always choose the pain of separation over the comfort of remaining with you. If you choose to disrespect me, there will never be a question. I will say goodbye over disrespect. If you choose disrespect, then I choose goodbye. Automatically, always. That's frame. Now, she did say she was going to a convention in Vegas. I don't have the context for this clip. Sounds like there was a lot more going on than just that trip. It was probably more like the final straw to something.
I'm so excited for this holiday. Honestly, I can't wait to drink, have fun, to meet loads of boys. I'm so excited.
Oh my god, I didn't even speak to him. It's not my fault he followed me on Instagram. Don't forget your sun cream, ladies, okay? Don't worry, I'll hold on to the key. And I booked dinner for 7, is that alright? Hey guys, so you're all asking where my bikini's from. It's actually from Jack Will's.
I can't believe it. Everybody loves me.
How much money does a guy need to earn to date you?
Monthly or like annually?
Per year.
Annually. 500K?
Oh. You realize that's like
but it's 1%.
That's 1%.
It's possible.
Yeah, but what's possible isn't necessarily probable. Do you think, and you have how many kids?
3.
3 from different...
You just can't make it up, bro. You just can't make it up. That's what you get, bro. That's what you get. You work your ass off to become a 1% man. And that's what you get. Right there. Dyed hair. Facially challenged. Excess weight. Dressing promiscuously. With 3 kids in tow.
No.
Wait, same father. You are a worker, you're an... I'm not saying that to insult you, but do you think that a guy who makes minimum $500,000 is interested in dating a worker with 3 children?
Of course,
No,
she does
definitely
that stuff.
not. But
So shouldn't you adjust? But shouldn't you adjust your standards to be a little
No.
more realistic?
No.
So would you rather?
There's a reason why I'm single. Like, I don't want to be with somebody.
Yes,
But
there is.
do you see how ridiculous it is to demand a guy who makes $500K to accept? Like, you gotta adjust your standards a little bit if you want a man.
Well, tough for the men. I don't know.
Well, I wouldn't say it's tough for men.
Only in the West you see this kind of stuff, bro. Only in the West. If you want to be single for the rest of your life, just say that. It's okay.
So let me tell you why it's so hard to date a single mom and to date while being a single mom.
Okay.
Now the problem with this is I only have certain days that I can see someone. There might even be a week or 2 that goes by where I just cannot see you. And in the early stages of dating, that is very hard and detrimental to your dating life, because if you can't keep a conversation going through, text messages or phone calls, FaceTimes, whatever, I'm going to get bored. So like I said, maybe a week or 2 will go by where I can't see you. And for me, in the early stages of dating, I am not going to get a babysitter. I'm not going to ask my mom. I'm not going to do any of that for someone who I don't feel is worth it. And I know that sounds harsh, but back to the guy. I found that our conversations were just very lackluster. He was very surface level. It was pretty much, hey, how was work? How was your day? Every day. And I just feel like as adults, babe, our days are the same. I wake up, I get my daughter ready for school, give her breakfast, drive her to school, go to work, come home, have dinner, bath, bedtime. It is a revolving door of the same day. And I think most adults can relate to that statement. So if you're not trying to ask me questions, getting to know me, this, that, and the third, I'm bored. I don't want to talk anymore. So I had to tell him, like, listen, you're great, but this isn't going to work out.
She was lucky enough to find a guy that would put up with her having children. It's like, oh, sorry, you're boring. Okay, bye. It's just wild, man. This is the wild episode, okay? Delusion just completely off the charts in today's episode.
I need a ping pong back and forth kind of conversation. And if I don't have that, for me personally, it's just not going to work out.
She got used to the toxic of the bad boys, and now she needs her emotions constantly spiked over and over and over.
Am I the hole for breaking up with my fiance because she went to her ex's birthday party? I, 27 male, have been in a relationship with my girlfriend, 26 female, for 6 years, and we officially got engaged last month. Our relationship was pretty great, but the only argument we occasionally had was her friendship with her ex. They were friends from childhood, and they even dated for a few years. I was never comfortable with how close they were, and she even considered him her best friend, which was really irritating because I was her boyfriend and I was supposed to be her best friend. Her ex's birthday was a couple of weeks ago and he only invited her and not me. I was extremely unhappy and even voiced my concerns about it, but she really wanted to be there. She also promised me that this was the last time she was ever going to hang out with him out of respect for my relationship, especially now that we were engaged. She promised she would slowly cut off friendship after his party. At this point, I was extremely deflated and told her okay and to come back home early. She was extremely happy when she came back home a few hours later and even initiated intercourse, but I rejected because I was really upset. She promised she would stop talking to him and she apologized for going to the birthday party. I informed my fiance of my decision and she immediately broke down in tears and kept apologizing.
Yo, dude, it's done. It was so over, dude. She was making it very obvious where her true allegiance really lied. She's like, babe, you don't understand. We grew up together. Yeah, we only dated for a few years. Oh my God, it doesn't matter. Dude, she is literally putting another man above you. Above your wishes. This is the type of situation where if she spends any time with her ex, basically, all it takes is a few drinks and they're back. They're back in a relationship. And bros, you want to know something that's super dark that probably went over a lot of people's heads? Notice how they said she came home after and initiated the intercourse. Did you notice that one little bit? That means she went to his party and she got so hot and bothered, okay, this is YouTube, just by being in that situation, being around him, interacting with him, and when she got home, she was, well, ravenous, okay? This is truly one of the biggest red flags that you have to be aware of. You cannot take a woman seriously that is still involved with her ex to any extent.
Am I the a-hole for breaking up with her?
She knows that he's upset and not getting invited to the party and the girl still wanted to go. That's a huge red flag for me.
Weird.
And I'm gonna say no, he's not the a-hole. I would have preferred that he had addressed it sooner.
They're still together and there's a 99% chance he broke up with her. This comment right here. I didn't listen to my partner and now I'm shocked that he's leaving me. The lack of self-awareness is staggering. Yeah. Yes, she still loves ex. Yep.
I just spent the day with my ex-boyfriend and I came home and my husband made the most amazing steak sandwiches.
Did she say husband?
Came home and my husband made the
Brother man, what are you doing, dog? What are you doing, dog? You married this chick? And she has the audacity to post it on social media? Oh, bruh. It's killing me, dude. Nah. She spends the entire day with her ex, and your thought process is, oh, let me make her food. I'm gonna make her all happy. Like, oh my God, bro. That is like the epitome of my wife has a boyfriend mentality.
Dating as a 30-year-old in Australia is so hard. I lived in London for 7 years. Guys would come up to you in bars, like come up to you on the street, ask for your number, like not even in a creepy, annoying way, in a way that it was like flattering or like it just is like normal human communication. Dating in Australia, not only is the dating pool so small because there's less people, I guess, the amount of effort that Australian guys put in is insane. It's just nothing. Like they just want to message you for months
and you're old
and never ask you out and never meet up. And I'm like, what's your aim here? Like, do you just want a pen pal? Do you just want a friend to message when you're bored? Like, let's hang out. Let's go to the beach because there's beaches here. Let's go get a drink. Like you could literally just do anything. Now I just have like 50 guys on my Instagram in my DMs messaging me and like replying to my stories. I'm like, you're my fans. I'm not dating you. You're just a fan.
Like the video, subscribe, stay on the path of progress. I'll see you later.